Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming!
Welcome back to the MVPs podcast. I'm your host, the King, joined by the GOAT, the
Frank
Enforcer.
Wizzy.
Wait, what?
Frank White.
Wait, huh? Wait, when you get a name change?
Man, I rebrand myself all the time.
We going with it, though. We going with it. All right. So today, we will be telling you guys about Black excellence. I know. It seems kind of forced, but it's not. It's not forced. It's the new era. All right, wrestling's for niggas. Okay. NXT, Black excellence. 3 main stars are on the come up, and they're about to take over. Literally. We're gonna start with the rising star himself, Javon Evans. Now, for those of you who don't know who Javon Evans is, he was born in 03, I think. Hold on. Yes, it's 03, unless this thing is lying. Wait, that would make him 20. They said he was 19.
Actually, they make him 20, about to be 21.
Is these niggas lying about his age? I don't know.
I'm finna say, if he 19, he was born in either 03 or if him to be 19, he would have had to have been born in 2004, or like he would be either. So is he 19 turning 20 this year, or he turned 19 this year?
They said he's not. Well, this is weird because they said he's already 19, but on line it's saying he's 20. He was born April 29th, 2003, unless this is capping or something.
So if that was the case, it's not possible for him to be 19 unless he was born in 2004 and he about to be 20 this month. Because if he was born in 03, that means he's going to be 21.
That's crazy. We're going to go ahead and just say we're going to say he's 20. We're going to say he's 20, and maybe they're like incorrect about something. Or maybe this website's lying, and maybe he's actually 19. I don't know. But he's young. We'll say that. He's young, and the last time we had a rising star this age that was this talented was probably Dunn and Bate when they originally started out. Now niggas is 30, which is crazy to think about because, man, time's kind of flying.
Man, time is flying. Like, we literally saw Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne in the UK tournament. When they first did that, they were 19 and 20, 19, or was it 19 and 21?
It was around like that, like 19 and 20.
I know for sure Bate was 19, and then I want to say Pete Dunne was either 20. I think Pete Dunne was only 20. Either way, it's just like, bro, time has flown by. He might have been 21 at the time.
He's 30 now, so
there's no way that was 10 years ago. I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, that was definitely 10 years ago. Yeah.
No, because the UK tournament happened after the Cruiserweight Classic, so this would have had to have been 2016, 2017.
Well, he was definitely older because Bate's 27. So Bate.
So Pete Dunne was like 22 during the UK tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, they were super young. But obviously, you could see the talent was there. Like, even then, I recall them, Triple H himself saying, like, speaking on Pete Dunne, like, this dude could be a future WWE champion. And obviously, he ain't got to that point yet, but I still see it. But
oh no, yeah,
this
he hasn't gone
Javon,
there yet. But like, that's just because Vince. But with him out the way, we can get there.
This Javon Evans kid is so I'll say this about him. Immensely talented kid, incredibly athletic. Uh, definitely can get people behind him. Uh, definitely excited for his future. I'll say this: the last black superstar that was this young and that talented was Velveteen Dream. I
Mm.
think people forget how young he was when he first got started too. Like Velveteen Dream was like when he first came in NXT, I want to say he was like 22, 23, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
because he did Tough Enough around 2015. So let me see.
that interview I seen him on, he said he was like 19 or 20 during Tough Enough, I think.
Yeah, because he's 28 now. So yeah,
That's crazy that he still ain't even 30 yet. Pete
exactly.
Dunne being older than Velveteen Dream is kind of insane.
Triple H, please bring him back, bro. Please.
Yeah. We want to talk about black excellence. Hunter, dude, bring my boy back.
Son,
Bring back the dream, bro.
the essence between Dream and Williams. Oh my God, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Jumping ahead, but we'll get there, man. Oh my God, bro. But yeah, Evans, insane talent. The dude. Now, if you don't know this, he's actually from Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's crazy. That means he's from around my neck of the woods,
Exactly.
which means, in the words of Slink Johnson, niggas know your mama.
You might, honestly.
Nah, I'm not even joking. Like, he's 19 or 20. If his mom, depending on how old his mom was when she had him, maybe a bad decision got made, I might know him. I
If you
might have went to school with his mother.
Hey, listen, if you knew anybody with the last name Jeffers, that's who. That's his last name. So
The only reason I might not is because I'm from around Greensboro. I spent a lot of time in Greensboro, but I'm not actually from the city. But I know a lot of people there. I might know somebody he knows.
hmm But yeah, known as the young OG, this kid, like, he was doing some matches on NXT Level Up, and he was getting like some shine on Twitter from that. But they literally just debuted him like 2 weeks prior, with scripts, and he had a great match there and won that. And now this past Tuesday, like, Ilya Dragunov was doing an open challenge, and while everyone is like scrambling towards the ring trying to get in, and everyone's trying to hold them back, you just see Evans in the background leaping from the rafters, leaping across the announce table to the ring, and then hopping in the ring right in front of him. Like, bruh. And then he puts on a banger match with Ilya. Ilya shows him the respect, raises his arm by the end of it when he wins. It's like, bruh, this dude, he's next up, bruh. He a beast.
It kind of fits into the thing. He's definitely next. He definitely next up. With him being so incredibly young, like he got so much room to still grow.
Oh
Like
yeah, oh
his
yeah.
athleticism right now, his athleticism right now is carrying him, but he could still become, pretty technical. Still, he got plenty of time to work on his promo skills and get his speaking ability up. I mean, he's still a kid. Like he definitely has to work on those things, but he'll get there. I see big things in his future, man. Like I see him being. He's definitely going to be taking over. Like you can almost look at a bunch of wrestlers and see who they're going to replace, and with his ability, his athletic ability, and his ability, just natural charisma to get people behind him and to really be invested in his matches and stuff. I can see him replacing Kofi. I can see him replacing Kofi. And obviously Kofi can get people behind him. We just witnessed Kofi Mania some years back, so definitely a possibility.
I'm for it. I'm for it. Hey, Another Kofi Mania, but with Javon Evans, with the young OG. I'm here for it, man.
I like it.
I'm here for it. But speaking of beasts, we go on to the next arc of black excellence. We go on to the North American champion, M'Baku.
Woo. 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 Oba Femi.
This dude
Oh,
also only like 25. All these niggas younger.
that's that's the one that probably blows my mind the most, bro. The fact that Oba Femi is 25 years old is insane to me, bro.
This dude, bro. This man is like a. This dude's literally
25. That means
like, bruh.
that means that means you can't tell it by looking at him, but Oba Femi doesn't remember September 11th.
No snap.
It's fucking insane. Obafemi don't remember when Cash Money Records was taking over for the 99 in the 2000s.
He don't.
That's insane.
The fact that me and him are the same age is insane to me.
Yeah, you and him being the same age is definitely wild, especially considering like he definitely got like a foot and a half of height over you,
At
and he
least
could
2 feet.
and then he definitely could probably he definitely could probably power bomb you without using both hands.
Yeah, it kind of. Well, I mean, I don't know about all that. Hold on now. I got some. You know what I'm saying? I got some. I got some weight. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna have to. You gonna have to at least use 2 hands. Wait, hold on. Wait, this sounds kind of crazy. Nah,
Hey yo, hey yo,
wait.
hey yo. Hey, hey, bro. I don't want to know you this way.
Oh wait, Kudo, you heard that? My bad. Hey, side note, Kudo has arrived. He walked into an awkward conversation. But Kudo, we were talking about, the next King of Wakanda, Obafemi. We were wondering what do you have to add to this gorilla, if you speak. That's not racist, by the way. I'm saying,
No,
like
Jesus
M'Baku.
Christ.
Hey, bro, M'Baku and them, they be like doing the gorilla thing. It's not racist, bro. All right, just add to it.
Hey, man, if you say so.
That's very racist. If you ask me.
Hey, but wait, but that's literally the gimmick. Like they be like,
You called this man a whole
Bro,
gorilla, bro.
you can't call this black man a gorilla.
is
That's insane, bro. Like, Black
that not the
History Month
gimmick?
was 2 months ago, bro.
Like
It was
we kind of stand Obafemi, bro, and you over here just calling him racist, man. I feel
you
kind
over
of,
here.
Hey, wait, hold on. I listen. It
That's
was a compliment.
crazy.
It was a compliment. All right, it was a compliment.
Calling a black man a gorilla is a compliment? That's crazy.
Listen, we're admiring. Listen, I'm comparing his aggression and ability in the ring to that of a gorilla, to that of King Kong. He's a beast.
You know, King Kong was supposed to be a parallel of black men and white women.
Wait, what?
I'm dead serious.
How was
The
that?
whole concept of King Kong, basically, big black man gets white woman and then gets killed trying to chase behind that white woman. Have you ever seen the
Oh,
old King
it's
Kong movie?
crazy. I didn't even think about that. Huh?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, man.
Well, see, there you go. See, Obafemi's a gorilla. All right, Kuda, what do you have, Dad? You just gonna
we
talk?
stand Obafemi. That's all I'm gonna add. We stand Obafemi.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We stand over Femi,
Yeah,
bro. I
this
don't know
man,
about the
he's
gorilla thing, but
future NXT champion, probably both NXT and North American champion at the same time. Honestly, that's probably where that's going.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Over Femi is going to hold every title every singles championship in WWE before it's all said and done with. Before it's all over and done with, before it's all said and done, he's going to hold every championship. He's going to, obviously, he's already NXT North American champion. He's going to be the NXT champion. He may even hold both belts at the same time. He's going to be an Intercontinental or U.S. champion. He's also going to be either World Heavyweight or WWE champion. Like, he's going to hold all of those championships at some point in time in his career. Maybe a tag run. Like, he's a future Hall of Famer. Like, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Like, the dude has everything you need to be great in wrestling. Like, he's got, first of all, he has something a lot of guys don't have nowadays. He has the look. Like, he's incredibly menacing without ever having to speak or do anything.
He has the girth.
Big tower. He's a big tower. Hey, yo. He's a big towering, black dude that on top of that, bro's built like a brick shithouse. He can talk. He can go in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has the charisma to be a heel or a face. Like, he has everything you need in or would want in a wrestler. And then he has all that, and he's only 25 years old, bro. That means he'll have to wait another 20 years to be the same age CM Punk and AJ Styles are right now.
Bruh, think about that. Another 20 years with a seasoned Oba.
Yeah, bro. Everything go right for him. He's going to be.
Bruh,
He'll definitely be one of the top heels or faces, depending on how they want to push him. I personally think he's gonna work best as a heel.
hold on, bro. You gonna
Like,
have
I feel like
Oba. You gonna have Montez, Trick, Mello, Javon. Bro, it's gonna be Planet of the Apes out here, bro.
that's insane, bro.
All right, bro. It's time for you to cut your mic, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Calling it Planet of the Apes, talking about them black men is crazy, bro. That's
Oh
crazy.
man. All right, bro. I mean no harm. Y'all lit. Y'all about to be like taking
This
over, bro. Y'all about to
this
like.
why he got this why we got rid of him in the trade, Kudo.
Hey, bro, that's
Big
crazy.
fat.
Listen, it's about to be lit. That's all I'm saying. It's like black people about to take over the wrestling company, like the wrestling business we got right here. WWE will be taken over by black excellence. Like every champion gonna be black.
Yeah. So, and then to give a comparison to who he'll probably end up replacing, obviously, I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley.
Mm.
You know, he basically replaced Bobby as the big powerhouse type guy, heel or face,
That's
just
crazy.
like
How old
Bobby
Bobby
was. Worked
Lashley?
for him. I think Bobby Lashley damn near 50 years old. I can't tell. You got to look Bobby age up because you can't just look at him and tell how old he is because the motherfucker has looked the exact same since he debuted.
Bobby Lashley is 47 years old. He's gonna be 48 in July.
I know he was almost 50.
So
I'm like,
another.
bro, when Bobby debuted, I'm pretty sure Bobby debuted is like that period that's like you're not quite sure if it's the end of the Attitude Era or the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression Era.
I'm not even sure, honestly. I don't even think he's sure, to be honest with you. Because, like, I'm going to say this. Give it, like, 10 years, he's still going to be here for some reason. And he's still going to look the same. And people still going to wonder what the hell going on.
When Bobby debuted, I'm pretty sure Rock and Austin were still wrestling. I could be wrong, but I swear I think they both were still wrestling.
Nah, I think that was 2005, man.
Oh, I'm too far up. All right.
You sure? You sure you went in, like, the developmental joint? And, like, when them niggas were still there?
Lashley debuted in WWE in 2005 on SmackDown.
What about
2005.
but what about training process? Like,
Mm-hmm.
did he at least see him around the building?
That I couldn't tell you. I don't know, man.
I remember Bobby debuting because I was on my way out of wrestling at the time. Like I was watching it a lot less than I had in years prior. But I remember seeing Bobby debut, and I was actually intrigued because I was just like, other than like Ahmed Johnson, I hadn't really seen no black dude this fucking diesel before in wrestling. Like who would like look like a legit badass. Like and of course Farouk, but he was bigger than Farouk was too. So I was just like, who the fuck is this nigga? So
Shout out to
yeah,
Farouk.
Bobby been around a while.
But yeah, Obafemi. Yeah, man. Give it like 10 years, and he'll probably be a world champion either before or right around that time.
Yeah. Obafemi will definitely he'll definitely be at least a one time champion within the next 10 years for sure. It might be sooner than that because he again all of the main things you look for in a wrestler when you trying to get a company to get behind them. He has like he has the speaking ability. He has he has charisma. He has the look. He has everything you would need in a wrestler. He can go in the ring. He's still getting better at that. So it's just like I'm gonna safely say 10 years, but it may be before then. In all honesty,
Oba
I
being
wouldn't
world
be
champion
surprised
by
if
like 29 is kind of nuts.
hey, I listen. I wouldn't be surprised if he was champion by then. Not saying it's going to happen, but I'll say I won't be surprised if it happens. I definitely can say I wouldn't be surprised. But
We've seen world champions at 24 and 25.
True.
exactly.
True.
One Randall Keith Orton and Brock Lesnar, both of which still wrestling.
Brock was a freak. Sorry, not was. Still is a freak, but at that time,
Yeah, yeah, Brock's still cold now, but he was a different animal back then. It was hard to believe what you were seeing on TV when he first debuted because it was just like, who the fuck? What the fuck is this?
yeah. R.I.P. to Spike.
Like, bro, I'd never seen. That was the biggest white person to that point I'd ever seen in my life. It seems like even though I know like Kevin Nash them are taller, they still didn't seem as big as Brock Lesnar was. It wasn't just how big Brock Lesnar was; it was his athleticism.
Bruh. Shooting star presses, F5 and Big Show Mark Henry. Like, I'm like, all right, bruh. All right, bruh.
Like just the way he entered the ring, the motherfucker used to hop up from the floor onto the apron
With that size, bruh.
with that size. Like I don't think people understand. Like we talking about 6'5", 295. That's a big ass human, nigga. That's an NFL defensive tackle. And he jumped from the floor to the apron, effortless.
Nigga was different. Speaking of
Yeah,
different, and speaking of world champions, the next NXT world champion will be none other than Trick Williams. Trick Willie.
Trick Willie, baby. Whoop that trick. What? Whoop that trick.
Huh?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, Trick Willie definitely going to be NXT champion. And They clearly got big plans for him. Clearly, Trick, he's pretty much same. A lot of the same shit you can say about Obafemi, you can say about Trick. Like Trick, though, I think I see him being not saying he can't be healed, but I see him being a face most of the time because it's for starters, Trick just like Oba got the look, obviously, and then it's just like he's super charismatic to the point to where you can't help but like the guy. It's hard to boo this guy. Like this is basically kind of what they end up running into with The Rock during the Attitude Era because it was just like this nigga had so much charisma. It was even when he was supposed to be healed, it was just like still like this nigga. Like this nigga cool as shit. Like something it was just always something about him. This dope as shit. It was really a way to dislike The Rock, even when he was, you know what I'm saying? He would have to do like real slime ball shit for you to dislike, like beating mankind in the head with a steel chair for 15, 20 minutes in front of his family.
That'll do it.
And even then, niggas didn't really boo him that much longer after that. It's just really, and I feel like Trick has a lot of that same type charisma where it's just like it's really difficult to dislike the young man. And it's not saying that he can't learn to be a heel, but like with how much the crowd gets behind this guy, like he definitely can be an incredible superstar in the future. His whole presentation is great. Like he's got, like I said, dude got the look. He even got the entrance music, like that got crowd participation and shit. Like he
Hold that thought real quick. As you bring up entrance music, we brought this up before in our video before this one that LeBron Breaker got his music changed when he went to the main roster. I swear to God, on everything that is holy, if you niggas and Def Rebel change Trick's theme song, I will fight all of you. I will find whoever is producing.
they would never they Trick, but see, you got to realize there's a big difference. Braun, his theme song wasn't really hitting on shit to begin with. Trick's Trick shit is incredible. Like it has crowd participation. It has announcer participation. Like they're not changing under any certain. That's part of the allure of Trick Williams is his interest music. That would be like changing because Trick's interest music elicits the same type of reaction as Cody's and Seth's do, as far as like fan participation and people, getting into it.
I just want to
Like
point out that there's a Twitter thread going on of people making like Def Rebel remixes to people's theme songs, and it is the most hilarious shit you will ever see.
Because all of them terrible.
They're fucking.
Bruh, these songs suck, man. And they'll be like, hey,
They're
bruh.
so
They'll be like,
bad,
bruh.
bro.
They'll be like, bruh, they made Roman's theme song. They made this theme song. I'll be like, hey, bruh, listen. At some point, of course, you're going to get one out of a million good songs out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you'll get a couple.
So who made Trick?
Def Rebel. They made that one. But again, like
Okay,
you'll find some like some,
I mean, look, everybody. Listen, it ain't been too many people. Like Jim Johnson was one of the few that got. He was shooting lights out. Like he was like Mark Price at the free throw line. Like he wasn't missing a whole lot. Steve Nash levels of making free throws. Like he didn't miss a whole bunch. CFOs was like a little less. They was more like they didn't they had some misses, but when they hit, they hit. These new niggas, terrible.
like these niggas, they miss a lot. Hella. It'd be crazy how
They
much
miss
they
a
miss.
lot. Now when they hit, they damn sure hit. Because like you said, they did Tricks. Who else you said they did?
Romans.
Roman's current thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's fire. Romans, they did Cody and Seth's too, right? Or was that somebody else?
Now Cody's he got from
Now,
like from a band, and then
stay there.
yeah, and then Seth's he got Seth's yeah that one was made by them I believe.
So this is my thing too, real quick on entrance music. So I feel so you could get. It seems like to me, if you don't, if you can either have the in-house producers make your theme song, or if you can get WWE to like buy or license you a song out for your thing. Because, like for instance, Ronda Rousey came out to a whole ass rock song, and like it wasn't a variation. It was that song, and then Bray Wyatt's original the Wyatt family thing. That was a song by a whole ass person in a group. Like that wasn't made by the CFOs. Like that was by a whole nother group that made that song. And then I guess WWE purchased it for him to use.
And then eventually he goes to Code Orange, and Code Orange gives them two back-to-back bangers of theme songs.
Again, another group that has worked with WWE but don't work for WWE, and they made his other two songs, like you just said. So, like, it seems to me like if you can get somebody to make your music, they'll do it. Which also seems like something they used to do back in the day too, because I remember Austin's other thing. He had a rock band on his shit. Hunter
Yeah.
had hell. Hunter, all Hunter things was fucking Motorhead. And I get it, he was cool with the group, but cool with Lemmy anyway. So
Music was fire though, man. Music was fire. They need to
but when he was in
really.
DX, Run DMC did a remix.
Still the best DX theme song ever, man.
I fuck with the original.
Nah.
Also, the band that made the original also didn't work for WWE.
I think wrestlers really need to start investing in themselves, and we said this before, but like we're emphasizing again that like your entrance, your promo, these are like two key components in who you are. 'Cause that's the first thing we see when you arrive is your music and you leaving the curtain and walking out. So, like, when the first thing that comes on is some must,
We are,
yeah,
we are.
yeah, like when they drop the we are, like the DIY gimmick, yeah. Now that right there, it makes me want to shoot my ears off. That makes me want to change the channel. Like, nah, bruh. Whoever,
I
like,
actually just heard their theme song for the first time the other night, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
we are.
And you know what really, really sucks about it is because their DI. First of all, Johnny Gargano's music was fire before. Was it
Fine.
Rebel Heart?
Rebel Heart.
Then they
It
remixed
was.
it with the dude on it, and bro, that sounds trash, bro.
It should have just left the chick. It actually sounded better with her. And then Tommaso Ciampa, when he stopped coming out to just booze, which side note, one of the most incredibly genius things I've ever seen. Like we're gonna have to get into that one day too. How Tommaso Ciampa heel run in NXT was one of the best heel runs in the last 10 years of wrestling. But I digress.
Mhm.
Yo, even when he finally did get music, his music was pretty decent. Like I don't understand that, bro. Like I think that goes into a lot of wrestlers not standing up for themselves as much as they should, and just let motherfuckers in the back roll over. And that's because they so afraid of what are the repercussions. So what? I'm standing up for my product. Fuck that.
I'm standing on business.
Because I tell you what, Bray stood on his shit, and if it wasn't for bad health, he'd still be very relevant in the company today. That's why he became a legend, even though he died young. Because whatever the fuck he believed in, he stood on. And he kept standing on that shit until they had no other choice but to accept it. Like, if that's what you doing, that's what I'm doing. Hey, bro, this is my music. But yeah, like, they need to, when it comes to the music, interest music, like, it's everybody needs to step their game up, bro. Everybody does.
Yeah, we talking to all y'all out there with y'all trash music. Fix it.
Like, everybody does. Like, stop accepting whatever the fuck they try to give you.
Yeah, bro.
Well, yeah, that's cool because you're trying to get along to go. No,
It's like, yeah, you have
go along
fun,
to get
but
along.
bruh,
Fuck that.
like, bruh, like, nah, bruh. Like, when they pull up to you and say, hey, yo, come listen to this real quick, and they play the track, you know, you hear is, we are, like, you should be like, all right, bro, cut that off, bro. Hey, I ain't going after that, bro. We're not doing that.
When they start playing that shit, you should have kicked the fucking kicked the damn everything over. Fuck it, flip the whole table over.
Yeah,
What is this shit?
should have felt offended.
I didn't sign up for this.
They be
And
previewing that shit. They be previewing that shit. Different will be like, "This shit's hot, right?" And they be like, "Yeah, yeah." Oh, he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, it's good."
Like, they showed that to LeBron, it's like, hey, yo, LeBron, this is your music now. Felt like, why can't I keep the one you already gave me? Nah, bro, we got something new for you, bro. We
my
cooked this
thing
up
is,
last
you
night.
can't expect to be you can't expect to be as great as the greats, but then accept the bullshit. Like, you got to understand, your interest music is important, bro. Do you think Austin can still be Austin without that glass break and what follows? Do you think Rock can be great without that? If you smell, do you think he can still be great and what follows that?
You heard that cough? That means a no.
Like, do without that gong hitting and them church bells start going and that organ going, is Undertaker still got? Is he still the same? How do DX still hit the same if you don't hear old buddy say, "Are you ready?" Bass kick, doom, doom. Whole crowd going fucking insane because they know what's coming.
Think you
They
can
already
tell us
asked them
what
was
to
they ready.
do?
Exactly. Like, bro, come on, man. Y'all got to invest in yourselves, bro.
Think you can tell us what to wear?
You think you better?
Bow to the masters.
Chris Jericho with the countdown. Come on now.
Yeah, bro. Y'all gotta invest in yourself because you are the product.
That countdown, the build up to that countdown, and then like, he what if that countdown ended and then Chris came out to "We are."
Oh god, yo, son, if you get
We are, bro. We'd have never heard of Chris Jericho again after that, bro.
two fire examples: Jeff Hardy and Chris Jericho. These two niggas made their own theme songs. They were like, "Hey, yo, bro, y'all listen to these," and they made
John Cena,
John
our
Cena,
truth.
our truth. There you go, two extra people. The Usos.
Exactly. If you got to make your own, but do something. Don't come out to no bullshit, bro.
Naomi that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, like you gotta invest, bro. Invest in yourself, bro.
Like, bro, you can't come out to no fugazi ass music, bro. Like, that shit just really dawned on me. I said, yo, what if they Like for real though, what if that countdown hit? Chris Jericho had. By the way, Chris Jericho has the greatest debut of any wrestler of all time. Based off the
Honestly,
build up, how
yeah.
he came out, the crowd reaction, like that shit was amazing. I remember seeing that shit live. Like, and then what set it all off to was how great the fucking music was. That was in the '90s. That entrance music still slaps.
Break the wall down, break down the wall.
If that shit was the hit on Friday night, the crowd would lose their fucking minds.
We are, we are.
That shit terrible, bro. Oh my god.
It's like it's crazy because like, bro, this is why honestly, even if you can't get Jim Johnston back, at least get the CFOs back because the CFOs like they had like
That's what I'm saying,
they had
bro.
like a smidget of misses, but like they were mostly hits. But Enzo and Cass's music still resonates in my brain. Like you heard that music in the background, the jingle,
You know how good exactly. It's
yeah.
like they had a few misses, but for the most part, them niggas hit. Nigga, Enzo and Cass music was so good, and with everything that went with it, their entrance and their song was so fucking good. We whole ass forgot that they were terrible in the ring.
Hey, man. It's crazy. And, you know, it's great. Yeah, it was the entrance and that Enzo could cut a promo to save the entire Earth. That's like, bruh.
Enzo could cut promos like you wouldn't fucking believe. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too, by the way. Side note, bring back Enzo and Cass, bro. Cass ain't doing shit. I know he didn't leave on the best terms with WWE, but then we found out Enzo left and shouldn't have left because he was a fucking scapegoat and y'all shitted on dude for no reason because a couple motherfuckers didn't like him.
Yeah, bring back
Looking at you,
Enzo.
Michael Mazanin.
Bring back
And Miz, you should
Velveteen.
be ashamed of yourself for doing that shit because nigga didn't the same exact shit happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
So for you to do that to somebody else is crazy.
Man, like
But nah, they should definitely bring find a way to bring them boys back, man. I feel like they both better wrestlers now.
yeah, they're better wrestlers. They're better. I don't want to say better people because that seems like a bad thing to say when they didn't really do anything. But we'll say that too. Better. They're just all around better. And I say bringing them back will definitely elevate your company by a lot. Like they'd bring a whole
I'm gonna
lot
keep
to the table, bro.
definitely bring some huge excitement into the fucking tag team market right now because it's crazy. Like, bro, I remember a few years ago the tag team division across the
Loaded,
planet
bro.
might have been the best division in all of wrestling. Like I remember tag team wrestling being good enough to main event pay-per-views.
They just like tag team wrestling right now is starting to reform now that we're getting new belts and we're about to start this draft and we're about to get things rolling. But still, like they used to be, bruh. Used to have just, bruh. New Day, Usos, like peak of the catalyst. You had the Bar, Revival. It was just, bruh. It was great, bruh.
Old DIY.
Yeah. Cause this new DIY don't feel like DIY sometimes, bro. They be looking kind of weird, bro. And it's not only their music that don't hit and make it worse. It's just like I don't know, bro. When I see them, it just feels weird. Like it just feels weird, bro. They don't feel like DIY.
It do come off a little strange.
Like and Tommaso don't even see him as swole no more. I don't know what's going on, bro. It just feel weird, bro.
It's crazy for you to say that and choose those words, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's gonna like it just I don't know. Like when I saw like when I
Part of
just
the
saw
reason,
AOP show up back in NXT, like I was like, hey, bro. It gave me flashbacks. I was like, yeah, bro, this is.
I think, yeah, it definitely gave flashbacks. I think part of the reason though with DIY not hitting the same is because them being a tag team is weird because like it's not like we didn't just see them have one of the best feuds you've seen in wrestling very recently right there in NXT. And so it's weird, just weird seeing them back together. Like, bro, that feud was like that shit was deeply personal, bro. Like, and them niggas put on great matches, bro. Like Tommaso Ciampa was an incredible heel and all of that too, bro. Like when that motherfucker took Johnny Gargano's wet ring off and spit on it and then launched that bitch into the crowd, I was like, oh, this nigga a real villain. He a real life villain, bro.
Peak, bro. Peak stuff,
I said, this nigga hate Johnny Gargano for real. He took his weird ring off and spit on it, then launched that bitch into the crowd. I was like, that's just overkill.
That nigga Ciampa.
I was like, yeah.
That nigga, bro.
At that point in time, I was like, bro, Tommaso Ciampa is the best heel in wrestling, and he probably should be WWE champion right now. And that's back when, Triple H had already proven that, yeah, if I get my hands on his main roster, it's up. You see what he did with the NXT roster? That motherfucker had every division lit. Not some, like every division had intriguing storylines. Every division had you wanting to see the matches from those the women's division, tag team division, the NXT title division, even North American title once it hit. Like he had you invested in all of those divisions, all of those stories.
I'm glad for it because now we are. Oh God, why'd I say it like that? Because now it sounds like I'm talking about DIY. But we are. We are entering a new era because the draft is gonna come. I think next week Friday, and then carry over into Raw on Monday. So many people from NXT and Raw and SmackDown will all be switching around. So I feel like since cause they said again, they're only teasing it right now. It's not gonna happen, but they're just teasing it. But next week, Tuesday, spring break-in, when Trick faces Ilya, if Trick loses, he got to leave NXT. Now he's not going to lose; he's gonna win. But I'm pretty sure when he does win, Ilya will probably be drafted to either Raw or SmackDown. So yeah, we're gonna have a full switch up.
Hold on. Did you mention it's a new era?
That's hilarious.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's a
Gotta put that in there every time.
Yeah, it's a new era. We're in the Renaissance era with Damian Priest as world champion and some other guy as the Universal champion. So,
Hey, it's a new era too, just so you let them know.
Hey man, it's that new era, bruh. It's that new era. And you can't spell era without Cody in it.
No, you can.
You can't, man. You can't. He coined it. He bought it.
Nah.
LLC.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is gonna be there. You can't spell Rose without putting hoe in it.
This is true. You're right. You know what?
So
you're right.
He'll be there, but overall NXT is definitely getting good, going to a good place. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know why. I kind of feel this way. I could be totally wrong. I mean, I might just be thinking too deeply on this, but I believe, although Trick probably should although Trick probably should and probably will beat Ilya, I'm like, could they possibly have him lose? I mean, personally, I think Trick is just gonna win and go ahead and send Ilya on his way to SmackDown.
What I
But
miss?
I'm trying to think I'm trying to think in what way would that benefit, or not necessarily benefit, but what direction would they be able to go? Like, I feel like Ilya has to kind of move on because it's just like he has nothing left.
This is factual information here.
He has nothing left to do or prove in NXT, so it just makes sense for Trick to go ahead and win.
Our next segment, next video we're gonna have. For those who don't know, okay, already, Matt's views perspectives. That's what MVP stands for. So we're going to be covering the NFL draft in our next video segment. But one of our special guests, Mr. Glenn, has arrived a little early. But
What's going on?
In doing so, we can ask Glenn. Glenn is also a wrestling. What's the word I'm looking for?
Mark.
I don't want to use that word. That's a bad word.
No, he needs that word. He needs that word.
I didn't want to use that word, but yes.
He wears it proudly.
I'm allowed to say it about myself.
Okay, so yes, he's a proud Mark. Okay.
I wouldn't say proud.
Oh, he's an unproud Mark.
He's an honest one. We'll give him that.
I'm an honest one. We'll stay with that.
An honest one. And Glenn, we're picking back in off of what Frank just said. Do you think there's a chance that Trick ends up losing to Ilya?
I think it depends on if they're going to call up Trick. So if they call up Trick, because it's already confirmed that they're going to call up Carmelo and Braun and Ilya. After
Braun already gone.
Braun's already up, but they're going to make him a way bigger of a focal point than just giving him squash matches. Maybe they'll bring the Wolf Dogs in. Who knows? But I think if they bring up Trick, then you can have Ilya be on both brands. You can have him be the NXT champion while being drafted to a SmackDown, for example. Which would be a really interesting play. Like, hey, you drafted our top champion. What are we supposed to do? Which is something they haven't touched before at the draft. However, I think if Trick wins, Trick's staying down there for more development. I think it depends on how developed they think he's going to be, since he's probably going to be a main event talent for them. Personally, I'm going to say that Trick's going to win.
Yeah. I was just throwing it out there as like kind of like, you know, playing devil's advocate. I'm like 99% sure Trick is going to win because there's stories you can still tell with Trick down in NXT, and pretty much with Ilya, everything is pretty much run its course. He kind of has to move on. So it's just like,
oh yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of guys in NXT that could use some time with that title. Trick being one of them. Tony D'Angelo. Javon Evans eventually, I think, could be a really good champion.
Yeah, he's so young. He got hella time.
Exactly.
I think with Trick, they definitely see main event superstar on him, like superstar type of talent, like, and big money in the future. I think they just want to see how he holds up moving forward in that type of spotlight by having him be the main champion in NXT and basically see how he stacks up against everybody else when he got a feud that ain't necessarily as personal as it was for him and Melo.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Carmelo and Braun and Ilya have already proved that they can be top champions and carry a brand and push it forward. And I think that's going to be the next test for for Trick, to see if he could do something similar. And if he's not able to hold himself like a top champion, then are they going to keep him down there for even longer than they expected?
Oh, nah, bro.
Possible.
If he ain't ready, Oba just going to kill him.
True.
He has everything to be. He has everything to be the top guy. The only thing I would say Trick really needs to work on is Honestly, just his like speaking ability. It's not that he can't speak. I think he has to work on his pacing because sometimes when he's cutting promos, he kind of rushes through what he's saying, so he doesn't necessarily let some of the words all the time take effect to what he's saying. Like, slow it down, son, brother. I don't know if it's out of nervousness or whatever the case may be, but sometimes I just feel like he's rushing through what he's supposed to be saying. But that's an easy fix. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about Trick as far as like anything that he would have to just greatly improve on. Because like I think he's decent enough as a talker. He's obviously got the look. He got the charisma. He's got everything else going for him. So yeah, I
Uh,
see major superstar going forward.
I agree. I think my one thing is probably more main event style matches. WWE is kind of moving a little towards like a hybrid between like the indie style main event match and the WWE-ified main event match, and I think Trick does a very good job with that like WWE style, but I kind of want to see him be able to bridge that gap with guys that aren't going to be working the same style. Like it
Yeah,
kind of led to the Carmelo match that probably takes a little more influence off of like the smaller, flippier guys. Definitely, you could see him have a bit of a slower pace. I mean, that second match was definitely better than that first one, but you can see him having a different pace and having to work a different style compared to someone like Ilya that's a lot more hard hitting. And that's where
yeah,
Trick definitely shines in his matches.
He'll
yeah. I think
definitely
he
get that more once Wesley comes back and they throw
Oh
in more.
shit, I forgot about Wesley.
Yeah, once he comes back and they throw in more guys that are, as you said, are more on the smaller, quicker side. And because
I'm gonna just go
honestly,
ahead and say it now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
wait, no, go ahead because you might.
I was I was just saying like I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. The match between Wesley and Javon Evans is gonna be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's gonna be an absurd thing to watch.
That's gonna be insane,
Yo,
bro.
that's
they,
it's
about to- they they're gonna be flipping
like
off the ceiling.
it's probably something that's gonna piss Jim Cornette off for sure, but it should be something to watch.
Yo,
It
yeah,
should be something to behold.
that's one of those matches where you gotta pull out the counter and like see how much flips that happens because like
Facts.
it's about to bro, they gonna go stupid. And I think they might end up going. Well, I was gonna say go stupid over a title, but I was like, never mind. Oba still got the belt. Yeah, that's not happening. They gonna have to wait a little bit.
Honestly, they haven't done the North American champion and NXT champion at the same time thing since Keith Lee. They could do it with Oba.
That's funny you say that. We literally said the exact same thing before you came in. We literally had that same conversation and
Yeah,
said the
I could
exact same shit. It was just like,
100% see them doing that.
yep, we said that exact same thing. It was like I could see Oba holding both titles just like Keith Lee did.
Oh yeah,
I actually kind of want to see it now.
I mean, Oba's like that.
It's just as long as they don't let him relinquish it, because Keith Lee they let him relinquish the North American title, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they only did that because they were gonna have Karen Cross beat him, like automatically for the belt.
Yeah, I mean, no one was stopping Karrion Cross at that point in NXT.
Yeah, honestly, keep him down there because he's there now. So let's keep him there and let's let him like revamp and like start back up.
Personally, I really liked. I could see them doing something similar with when Seth held the U.S. and World title, like losing one and then winning the other on the same night, and having to defend both, and just have him be not even like too tired, but like say like someone like beat him to a pulp, or like essentially cheated, like used weapons, got DQ'd or something, and then that makes him lose like the North American title. Like it's an easy way to make a
Yeah,
blood feud.
I can
for
see that.
sure.
Yeah.
No. Like
Tony,
Dijak, for example.
yeah, Dijak
Like-
definitely at some point needs to. Yeah, because he already stated already on NXT that he wasn't pinned in that match, triple match. So Dijak definitely should be the one if he's gonna be the one to take the North American title. Tony D'Angelo though, I was like really high on him going into that match with Ilya, and then the match happened, and now I just like dropped like a bunch of like levels because like I don't know, bro. They made him seem like a mob boss and this and that. Then he gets to the match and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to cheat. I don't want to do this." And I'm just like, "Bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, this is not."
I think they're setting up Stacks to take over the family.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're setting up someone, maybe Stacks, or Stacks is setting it up for someone else, and I think they're going to give the family, and they're going to turn Tony face. Because having a face mob boss family would be a little weird, but that's the only way I could see them excusing him not using the brass knuckles.
But like, he'd
Yeah,
work
that.
better.
Yeah, that would definitely.
That's a heel.
He does work better as a heel. 100%.
Yeah, they better not do any of that. That's kind of nasty. Like, cause then he ain't gonna really have nothing for me to be. Well, to be fair, I'm not 100% behind him like I was before. Pause. But like I'd rather him be a heel with this family and like do like gangster business. You know what I'm saying? Like pay off refs to throw matches, do all this other stuff.
I mean, he's already killed 2 people. He's killed 3
That's
people,
hilarious.
actually.
He did.
He did. But
Yeah,
like,
he drowned pretty deadly.
I think part of the reason why he did the whole no brass knuckles things is because that's supposed to be a thing to where, and I'm just spitballing here. Like I think that's more of a ode to even within the mob they have a code of how they do certain things. So maybe that could play into why he chose not to do it that way,
Maybe.
even though he's heel.
Maybe just respects Ilya like that.
That too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, because I understand what Marquiz is saying, but it's just like you got to understand, like that's a real thing with the mob. Like it's just certain shit they got respect for. Maybe that's what they're portraying here with him, or
Okay,
maybe
that's
he
the case,
just
then
had
I
respect
can
for Ilya
understand
like
that.
that.
Yeah, I can understand it then if that's the case. They definitely do need to build more stars, I would say, just because like you're kind of trickling down to just Dijak.
I want to know,
Wesley Evans. It's kind of like
and
nothing really there.
maybe you guys can help me on this, but I want to know what the fuck are we doing with Lexus King? What are we doing with Brian Pillman Jr.?
Lexus King is great. I love that guy.
But what are we doing with him? Like
His
I feel
entire
like
his entire gimmick is Mark Phillips instigator.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's his entire gimmick. Like
His
even when he
entire
got that
gimmick
match with
is Mark
Carmelo, he was
Phillips
like, "Hey, I
instigator.
lost, but thanks for getting me on the card." Like that's his entire bit. He's just a slimy douchebag heel, and there isn't many of those in NXT, which I really like. He's corny as
There aren't a
hell, but
lot
that's
of
also
those.
kind of the bit.
There's not a lot of them. Period.
Exactly. Like you,
To
especially
me,
with Miz being face, you need a guy like that on your roster.
you definitely do. And honestly, you in the mid card and in the main event scene, you need that like cowardly heel. Like, yeah, he kind of acts like a coward, but at the same time, he is a threat at the same time.
Yeah. Like him winning a match would not be surprising.
Like, weirdly enough, Trips was able to do that with the whole, especially the McMahon Helmsley faction. Like, he seemed like a coward because he was always hiding behind DX and everybody that was affiliated with them and being a part of the McMahons and all of that shit. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I still have to be on top of my game in the ring with this fucker because he really is like that as well. He was always trying to weasel his way out of having to have matches with Austin or Rock or whoever. But at the same time, when it came down to it, he'll put them paws on your ass. I think I like when they have heels like that, like you said. It was the same with Miz. When Miz was on that incredible Intercontinental Championship run he had a couple years ago, like it was the same with him. He was finding ways to try to stay out of matches. He wasn't trying to have matches with people. Brag about
Exactly.
being an Intercontinental Champion. Walking around with his fine ass wife everywhere.
That's how we got that great match at what's it called? At Backlash with Ziggler when he kept
Backlash.
using the Spirit Squad.
Yeah. Like that motherfucker was incredible on that run, bro. Because it was just like as much. It's like yeah, you hate him because he keeps trying to get out of shit, but when push come to shove, that motherfucker wins, bro. Like he will get it done. He will beat you.
And I don't need him to be like a technical guy. I don't need him to be Bryan Danielson or Zack Sabre Jr. But like
I don't.
let him be slimy, let him be a bit of a prick, and then let him do underhand tactics to win matches. Like
And
that's all you need.
to me, that's I feel like that people. I don't understand people complaining about heels doing underhanded shit to win. I don't understand that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a
Like when
difference between like heels doing underhanded shit and like the formula being redone over and over again. Like when people got tired of the bloodline, like after Jimmy turned on Jay, like in the tribal rules, like that stretch between like there and The Rock coming, like I could understand it because yeah, they kept doing the same finish over and over again. The babyface would beat the heel, Solo would come out, Spike after a ref bump, and then it's over. But you can fuck with the formula. You can change it. You don't have to do it the same way every time. It's a rare example when they do it the same way every time.
yeah, I get that. Because I'm as long as you don't have to, and that's what made Miz so great during that same run we was just talking about. He kept cheating and he kept finding different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Like that time he won, I think it was the same event, or it might have been the event after when he sprayed Ziggler in the eyes with the perfume.
Oh, that was
Maurice,
good. Or
Maurice gave him
Maurice
the
punching
perfume.
out Zack Ryder's dad.
Exactly. Maurice snuffed Zack Ryder's father, bro. Like they just
Dude, that
kept
shit was that
finding.
shit was comedy.
That was hilarious. Like that would have been a dope way for Cody to lose that Mania, just like he about to beat Roman, and then have Nia Jax come and just snatch his mom's up.
Bro, we ain't bringing Nia in the bloodline. Stop this.
What you mean bringing her in the bloodline? She's automatically in. She
Bro,
is
we're
family.
not adding her to the faction.
We gotta add it to the faction. I'm sick
Bro, I'd
of
rather have Tim.
I'm
On God, I'd rather have Tamina.
They're both real life in it. Like, did you
I
not see
know,
the
but I'm
bloodline
saying like
family
in
tree?
the actual bloodline faction in WWE, I'd rather have Tamina than Nia Jax. Even though
No,
Nia's run recently has been really good.
yeah, man. Can't be
I
hating on
want
the Nia
everybody
run.
in that tree, everybody in that family tree that worked for that company. I want in the faction. That go for Nia, Tamina, and Naomi ass too.
We're getting Gary Albright in the faction.
Isn't Gary Albright dead?
Correct. But damn it, he's still a part of the bloodline. Gary Albright
Like,
is in the bloodline.
Bringing Nate Graves
no, he
to
is.
matches is crazy.
He's the whitest name up there. But yeah, he's in it.
He also would murder about 80% of the people in the bloodline. To be fair.
Yo, Dragon
Gary Albright. All Japan Gary Albright was that guy.
But yeah, like that would have been a fire. But I get what you're saying. Like to me, to me, a heel is not supposed to consistently win clean because a heel winning clean over the face means to me, at least how I experienced it or looked at it growing up, it's like, oh, you ain't coming back. You're not gonna get another title opportunity. Like you pretty much done. You finna either go back to the bottom of the board or gonna go back to the mid card or whatever the case.
Yeah, no, it
Like,
only works with specific people. Like Gunther, for example. You're not having Gunther cheat to win because dude is a literal technical powerhouse.
well, yeah, it's different
Like, is,
for a monster heel. I'm speaking like,
oh, like
I'm
the
speaking,
chicken shit heels only. Okay.
yeah,
You know, I agree with that. I think people take like those cowardly heels, I think they take them a little too seriously.
Yeah,
Like
like
they're
I
supposed to
get.
be made fun of.
Yeah, you take them seriously to a degree, but it's just not like they're not going to win their matches. They can win some cleanly, but they're not going to win a good majority of their matches cleanly. And even with a dominant heel, to me, a heel, regardless of what type it is, at some point you have to do something heelish to win this match. Even if you win with your finisher, I need to see you really healing that shit up. And do shit like they used to do back in the intimidating the ref, finding ways to have people interfere, not necessarily to help you win, but just like distract the ref while you do some illegal shit. And do some legit illegal shit. Don't just rake the eyes because
Yeah.
somebody distracted. No, get a fucking ring bell and hit this person in the back of the head. Let's
Well,
get
that's
some
why
blood out here.
Rock was so good in night one, because he literally told the ref, "Don't fucking count us out."
Yeah,
Like the
like I'm a heel authority figure. If you count us out, you're fucking fired. Now let us fight. That's what I'm talking about. That type of shit. You could be a monster heel and heal that shit up, bro. Case in point, Exhibit A: Brock Lesnar beat blood from a one-legged man and wiped his blood across his chest in front of his mother.
he did do that.
And this was
Damn.
on
I
national
forgot how
TV.
crazy the Zach Gowen story got. Jesus Christ.
That Gowen story was absolutely insane. That shit was
Yeah,
ridiculous. I was
but
like,
Zach
oh,
Gowen got his win back, I think.
yeah, he did.
Right? It was him and Big Show, right?
Yep. Like, bro, he beat blood from this dude in front of his mom. Oh, one-legged man.
That's crazy.
Which is why,
And
as
like this one,
heels, well, I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, it's just like to me, like that's getting good heel heat, bro. I feel like people who are heel now don't work hard enough to get that shit. Like that, and then it's not just main event, mid card, tag teams. Like motherfuckers was putting in work back in the day. Like even though they were like, for instance, one of the best heel tag teams of my childhood, Edge and Christian. They were dicks, bro. They was always doing fuckery to win matches. Like these
And they
niggas
were
was
goofy
never
as hell.
winning. They were goofy as hell, but and they were still winning though. And they did whatever the fuck they had to keep them titles on themselves. Then when they brought in the concerto, that was just like it was like they were still goofy, but at the same time, it was just like it put them on another level because it was just like this is a certain level of brutality that you just wouldn't expect. Like niggas is literally just smashing people's head in between chairs. Like this is some shit that, like, if this was legit, we'd just be watching these niggas commit murders on TV. At the very least, some an incredibly severe concussion.
Oh, yeah. There's a
Yeah,
reason why concertos write people off TV for a while. Same with like the punt kick.
Yeah,
yo,
yo,
ultimate
I
power for
love
that punt
that.
kick, bro.
Yo, I love that Randy was teasing that. I was just like, oh yeah, let my
I
nigga
swear he
cook.
teases it at every fucking Mania.
It may be
Gotta
so. I don't
tease
know.
it.
I feel like I ain't seen a Randy Mania match in a while. I think the last actual Randy Orton match I watched at WrestleMania was him versus Seth when him versus
Mania
Seth at
31?
31. Yep.
It's a good thing you know so the matches with him and Bray, but
That match sucked.
I knew it was
yeah,
gonna be bad. I was already mad at the fact that Bray was losing the title to
I
Randy.
mean, both
So I,
Bray matches were bad.
yeah, both the
which
Fiend and
other
that
one?
one, the Fiend
Yeah,
and
the one where Alexa Bliss just started bleeding from the top of her head.
Oh, this must have been during the pandemic time.
Nah. This was
This was like probably like the first Mania after the pandemic.
I think it was the first Mania with audiences. Like, it was the one where Samoa Joe's in the poncho.
So this would have been
36, I believe. No, 36 is the one that is Pandemic Mania, so 37.
So I'm trying to figure out where the fuck was I because there
So
was
that would have been Roman, Edge, and D-Bry.
yeah, I've never seen that Mania or any match from it.
That match is really good. The Roman, Edge, Daniel Bryan main event's really good.
Is that the one he made a sandwich out of them niggas?
Yeah. Is that the
Yeah,
one where Bianca and Sasha main evented too?
Yeah, that's where I lost money.
That was a really good match, though.
Yeah, I heard about that match being
Yeah,
really
Bianca
incredible.
and Sasha was a great match.
I can believe it. Like,
Also, Charlotte beat Rhea Ripley for the NXT title, I think, was on that one too. Or maybe that was the year before.
That was the year before.
Was that the year before? Was
Yeah,
that the pandemic?
It was during that empty.
That was the pandemic.
Yeah. Wrestling empty arena.
before this year, to show you how long it's been since I can remember watching a WrestleMania, a full WrestleMania, or at least a full WrestleMania match. Before this WrestleMania 40, the last WrestleMania I can remember watching was when was Kofi Mania.
Damn, that's 35. That's crazy. The night all the faces won.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
at that Mania, man. That night was long as shit.
Yeah, they had what was it? That was the Becky main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was,
I didn't even watch that full Mania. I literally just watched Kofi's match.
Yeah, they had Hogan come out with Alexa Bliss.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, they had Hogan come out with Alexa Bliss, and then they both got cut off by Paul Heyman being like, "Fuck it, we're not allowed a main event. We're going on first. Seth, get your ass out here."
Oh,
Then
that's
Seth
crazy.
won in like 2 minutes and dipped. Kicked him in the dick, 5 curb stomps, over.
Who did he beat?
Brock.
Oh shit.
They beat Brock for the Universal title.
Oh wow.
Because that was when Roman came back from leukemia?
Yeah, he was going against
So he faced
McIntyre.
Drew. Yeah, he faced Drew. So they had Brock and
I'm sitting
Seth,
trying to
then they
figure
had
out why
Kofi Mania.
I'm trying to figure out why in the fuck I stopped watching wrestling for so long at that point in time.
To be fair, 2019 WWE is one of the worst years in the company's history. That's the year with the Roman Reigns Baron Corbin feud, so I would not blame you.
Yeah.
Nah,
We
it
don't
wasn't that.
We don't really talk about that feud.
I can't
The
really
one where they dumped
remember.
dog food on him. Also, Shane McMahon was the second to last man to pin Roman Reigns beside Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that's nasty right there. No
Yeah,
wonder they
there
put.
was-
That's why they put people questioning why this man had the title for 4 years. They let Shane McMahon beat him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the last 3 people to beat him were Shane McMahon, Eric Rowan, and Baron Corbin.
And that was.
And then
but
no
every
one
of
beat
them
him
lost-
no one pinned him until Jey Uso.
And each person you just named for every loss, that was a year. So when motherfuckers be questioning why he was the champion for so long, every last one of them losses, there go a year.
Yep,
There go another
That's
year.
1 year.
Like
There's
Shane,
another
There
year.
go another year.
Shane, Baron, Rowan, and leukemia. All 4. Give you all 4, bro.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go.
boom.
Damn, I can't believe Cody beat a cancer patient in the main event.
And y'all cheered for it.
We did. I'm not gonna lie, yo. The crowd was hot for that.
Man.
This is and 2 weeks later he's already born.
To be fair, the babyface winning the title is never the fun part. Or the interesting part. Like name me a reign that is better than the chase for like a main babyface. Like, could you tell me anything about any of Austin's title reigns?
No, I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah, like Cody
The
is
heel-
here. Cody's gonna hold that title until Bash at Berlin when he loses to Gunther.
Yeah, for sure. I've said this by the way. I've been saying for the longest, I don't give a fuck who the champion was. Whoever the champion, whether it be Cody, Roman, or whoever, Bash at Berlin, Gunther was walking out champion. I've maintained that from the beginning. I didn't give
He's
a fuck
either
if it was
beating
Cody
Drew
or
or
Roman.
he's beating Cody. It's one of the two. Because I think Drew wins at Clash of the Castle, and then Cody probably faces Nakamura for a little while or some shit.
So I think Drew winning at WrestleMania.
No, fuck no. Y'all are not gonna sit up here and be complaining and take this title off Roman just for this nigga to defend it against Nakamura. I fucking won't, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you. I mean, to be fair, the house match recently was Cody versus Nakamura. So he's at least having one. I think he's having one pay-per-view against Nak. He'll probably have one against. Trying to think of who else would be a good fit for Cody's title.
They're not putting him against Nakamura.
AJ, he'll probably have Nakamura for one, then AJ, then Randy, then Gunther.
Well, for starters, Cody got to defend against AJ next at Backlash.
Yeah.
The next pay-per-view after that.
Yeah, it'll probably be AJ because LA Knights, they wouldn't put LA Knight against him.
And
that's
also,
what I'm saying. They're not putting LA Knight against him.
In my past
To be fair, it would be a really fun match to see who the crowd picks between the two.
In the past, well, not past, but early on today when I did the Priest video for his like next potential opponents, I was like, I mean, because if Drew and Punk, Drew and Punk are in a feud though, like,
well, it's Jay.
Well, I mean, Jay's his next opponent, but I meant as in like for Drew to face him at, because technically speaking, like the next pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view after Backlash is Saudi Arabia, and then after that it's
Money in the Bank.
Terrible thing.
God, it would be so funny if Drew won at Money in the Bank and then got cashed in on again. That would be so funny.
So I mean, yeah, if you want to throw Drew in, I mean,
that would be fucking hilarious, bro. Like, that would be funny. Yo, real quick, has a champion been cashed in on more than once?
Cena.
I was going to say, I feel like
Cena's been cashed in on 3 times, I believe. Cena's been cashed in on by Edge. He's been cashed in on by RVD. He's been cashed in
Cena was the first person that got cashed in on, right?
Yep. What?
Cena was the first person to get cashed in.
Cena, yeah, by Edge at New Year's Revolution. But yeah, no, it was Edge. Did he get cashed on by Batista at any point? No, Batista got cashed in on, right? By CM Punk, I think.
No, CM Punk cashed in on Edge.
Who got beat down by Batista.
But I'm going to say Batista beat the shit out of Edge with some Timberlands on.
Yes.
And then CM Punk cashed in on him.
That's what it was. But yeah, so Edge. Who was the other one I said?
Edge, RVD,
and Damian Sandow.
So the first 2 were successful, and then Sandow.
And the third one was the first ever non-successful one.
He got cashed in 4 times because didn't Austin Theory cash in on him too?
No, Theory cashed in on. Wait, Theory? Did you say?
Yeah, didn't Austin Theory have?
Austin Theory cashed in on the United States champion Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he chose the U.S. champ and lost.
And that's exactly why he'll never be more than a mid-carder, because that was beyond stupid.
To be fair, he's just a worse Grayson Waller.
There's no such thing. Grayson Waller is the worst Grayson Waller.
I disagree, bro. Grayson Waller is fucking hilarious.
Grayson Waller is...
Bro, have you watched Grayson Waller in NXT?
Yeah, that's why I stand on what I just said. Grayson Waller is the worst Grayson Waller.
He's so good.
At what?
He's so funny. If you want to talk about a chicken shit heel, Grayson Waller.
Well, until they do that,
I
doubt that's happening.
Grayson Waller's feud against LA Knight, where the both of them literally just feuded over being the host of a pay-per-view, hysterical.
Grayson Waller has go away heat with me.
Damn, bro. Why he got the Xbox heat with you?
I never understand wrestling fans saying that because it's just like, who the fuck disliked X Pac?
I think it was when X-Pac was an X Factor.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Do you not remember the faction that he had with Just Incredible and A-Train? And their song was written by Uncle Cracker?
That sounds like some 2K my universe shit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it
Yo, their
definitely
song
does.
was like, yo, you're dealing with the X Factor. And then fucking Uncle Cracker started playing.
Yeah,
The
I don't
theme was
know
one of
about
the
that.
worst themes I've ever heard, and he was terrible during that. So that's where the phrase X-Pac
That
comes
theme
from.
definitely ain't worse than DIY.
DIY Steve's pretty bad, man. Nah, the worst theme in WWE right now is the Creed Bros theme. Have you listened to the new Creed Brothers theme?
I unfortunately I have, and
It
I just
is
can't, bro.
rough.
I just can't.
For them wanting Julius Creed to be like the next guy, it's rough.
I don't even know which one of them that is, but I ain't
The skinny
impressed with
one.
either one of them.
Nah, Julius Creed's like that.
Yeah, bro.
Have you not seen the clip of him putting someone in an ankle lock and then hitting a one-arm powerbomb with the free arm?
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. Like,
That shit was
this
crazy.
is my thing. Being just good at wrestling doesn't make you a great professional
No, so
wrestler.
he's actually. So here's the thing, though, that I like about Julius Creed. He's actually a really good promo. He did some really good mic and character work in NXT.
He's going to need to show that at some point because I haven't seen any. And
Well,
his
because they just haven't
charisma,
let them do that yet.
well, his charisma's already set at a 0. Like nothing I see about these guys says, yeah, they're going to be stars.
Yeah, I mean, they're essentially just the world's greatest tag team right now.
No, the world's greatest tag team had more charisma than it is.
You're going to tell me Charlie Haas had more charisma?
Than both of them, yes.
I got to go rewatch some Charlie Haas, I guess.
You definitely do.
What about
Shelton
make a
Benjamin
difference?
was
What about make a
definitely over
difference,
both of them.
Fatu?
We're definitely veering off into the white pool a little too deep when this was about.
What about make a difference, Fatu?
Before we get to make a difference, Fatu,
The GOAT himself.
We're gonna close out the Black Excellence topic, and yes, Javon Evans, Obafemi, Trick Williams, those are our next guys to take over, pun intended, literally. So you tell us if we're correct or not, or if you guys got any other wrestlers you'd like to see take over NXT, or I guess the main roster at some point, who's also of colored descent.
You talk about Swerve yet about that too? Or is Swerve already a main eventer, so that doesn't count?
We were mostly on the NXT WWE side.
Okay. Got you.
But
I was about to say, if you're going to talk about Black Excellence in wrestlers, Swerve's got to be up there.
Swerve definitely should have taken the call from Triple H and showed up over here, but that's just me. Yeah.
He swerved when he drive.
He did swerve when he drive. And now he's arrested. All right. With that being said, the MVPs are out.
Peace.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.